My friends, I wanted to come on and do a love reading today. It's my birthday today, but this is my favorite thing to do, is to do love readings. So I wanted to do a love reading on my birthday. So I hope you guys are doing well. And I know a few of you have shared my birthday. So happy birthday to you, or the ones that have mentioned your birthdays around this time. I'm wishing you all a happy birthday. So I wanted to do a check-in between you and your person. So I feel like this is going to be a divine feminine, divine masculine check-in. So I'm going to start with this deck so that you know if it's for you or not. I'm going to start with you. So if you're resonating with the energy that I'm pulling from these decks, then this is definitely your reading. And we're just going to jump right in. So we're going to start with you and looking at your energy. On the bottom, we have mask. So you could be hiding your true feelings about this right now. You could be holding back from this person, but let's have a look. So we're starting with the viewer, the divine feminine. Oh, we have the chaser. All right. So we have camera, reminiscing, making memories, learning from the past. This is kind of Six of Cups energy. So you could be reminiscing about this person right now, thinking about them, but holding back from them, trying not to chase them. I'm going to confirm all these cards. We do have the chaser, fear of abandonment, chasing, and codependencies. So what I'm hearing is with that hiding your true feelings, you're trying not to chase this person right now. Do you know what I find interesting? Just side note, I find it interesting. I'm not on Facebook anymore, but I still have my Facebook up. And I find it interesting on your birthday when people who haven't spoken to you any other day of the year are all of a sudden like, happy birthday, and sending you messages. I find that, I don't know, I find that weird. But anyway, I know they're just trying to be nice. Side note. But anyway, it feels like you are holding back from this person right now, trying not to chase them, even though you're thinking about them. And it also says learning from the past. So you're learning not to chase this person. And then we have mirror. So mirroring each other. So right now, you and your person, you're probably mirroring each other if this card is coming out. Self-reflection, introspection, inner wounds. So right now you're kind of hermiting, I'm hearing. Lots of self-reflection, introspection, just like this card says. And looking at your inner wounds. You could also be, you could be learning from the past when you did chase this person. I'm just going to get one more for that top row. Yeah, Six of Cups energy again. Looking at pictures, missing you, nostalgia. So clearly you're feeling very nostalgic about this person right now. But again, you're masking that. I don't feel like you're chasing this person right now, even though you struggle with chaser energy, because chaser was the first card out. All right, so let's see chaser. Chaser. Yeah, needing time, takes time to heal. So you're trying to heal that chaser energy. Very nice. And before I started, I had like phoenix energy. So I feel like you're phoenixing out of that chaser energy. Needing time, cycles take time, time to heal, progressing. So you are progressing with your chaser energy. So that's really good. Let's keep going. So under camera and reminiscing, we have passion, insane chemistry, so burning desire. So it does feel like they're very heavy on your mind right now, heavy on your heart. You are thinking about them, but again, not chasing. Not chasing. I am not defined by my thoughts. That's your affirmation. I am not defined by my thoughts. So even if you think about chasing them, you're not chasing them. So you're not defined by your thoughts. Just because you're thinking about it doesn't mean you're actually chasing them, is what I'm hearing. You are not defined by your thoughts. And what are you mirroring with this person? Soulmates, soul connection, partnership, soul contract, life partner. So you are reflecting about this right now. You're reflecting how this soul connection has triggered some of your inner wounds, and you're really reflecting on this soul connection right now. And the fact that we have mirror, this person is mirroring that energy is what I'm hearing. And we're just going to get one more for that Six of Cups energy. So for the Six of Cups energy, looking at pictures, reminiscing, we have paradise. So you could be reminiscing about when times were good between you right now. You could be having a lot of memories of good times, looking at pictures when you were happy. This talks about like playfulness, enjoying each other, and that's what you're reminiscing about right now. What I like, froggy in my throat, releasing, cleansing, healing. What I like about this energy is it doesn't feel like you're sitting in resentment or anything. And again, you're actually reminiscing about the good times while trying not to chase. All right, so that's your first deck. We're just going to keep going. I'm going to get you an animal card. So let's see what animal you are right now. Let's see what animal is representing you right now. Well, we have the spiritual panther, so you could be purging a lot from your life right now. Anything that's not necessary needs to go with the panther, so releasing, cleansing, healing, froggy in my throat. You purging that chaser energy, purging that resentment maybe. Again, it feels like you are reminiscing about the good times right now. So an animal card to represent the viewer. Oh, we have the otter. That's nice. So the crocodile, resting, cooling, not taking action. Very good. Very good. So you're having a break is what I'm hearing. You're taking time to cool off. You're taking time to reflect. The crocodile, I always hear the song We Could Have Had It All by, is that Adele? I don't even know. Resting, submerging, collecting energy, cooling off. When in balance, and it's in the upright, wise, patient, a silent powerhouse. To bring into balance, rest. So you could be spending a lot of time resting right now. The crocodile reminds us to step back from the external world and turn inward, and that's exactly what you're doing. A lot of inner work. You're healing what you need to heal. Now is not the time for decisions, actions, or discussion. The crocodile's mantra is wait. So fill up the vital reserves so that your next move comes from a place of comes from a place of wisdom and power. Very good. And then you have the otter, which does talk about happiness and joy. So it does feel like you are thinking about the happy times with this person, but you're also trying to keep your spirits high. You're trying to have positive thoughts, focusing on your own happiness. And then you have the cheetah, which I really like. So that is masculine energy. So even though you have the crocodile on the bottom, and you may feel this urge to go towards this person, you know it's not the right time. And I feel like you're taking action towards other things in your life. The cheetah also talks about, I believe the cheetah talks about light shining outward, but let me check that. The otter is here first. Playfulness, contentment, full of love, needs nothing. And that's what I was seeing in your energy. I'm not saying that you don't need anything, but you're just, it doesn't seem like there's resentment there right now. It feels like you could even be grateful for the lessons and the reflection that you are gaining from this connection. To bring into balance, dance party. So you could be dancing or celebration. And yeah, exactly. The otter represents absolute bliss. I'm not saying that you're absolutely happy, but you're trying to focus on happiness. They have a giddiness and reverence for life without the presence of doubt, worry, or skepticism. And that's exactly what I was seeing in that first deck, that you're not sitting in doubt and worry. You are truly going within, focusing on yourself, tending to your inner garden, I'm hearing. And you're kind of releasing that worry and skepticism over what this journey is. All right. So imagine yourself with a little more otter energy. What would your life look like? What would it take to bring you there? So if you're struggling with that right now, what would it take to bring you to a more joyful place? What can you focus on to make yourself happier? And giving yourself love and tending to your inner garden will help with that if you're struggling with that. For some reason, I feel like I'm out of breath. So masculine energy. So you're standing in your masculine energy right now. When in balance, achieves anything, boundless energy. When out of balance, impatient. And that's not what I'm seeing with you. I feel like you are being patient. To bring into balance, reconnect with purpose. So right now you could be reconnecting with your purpose. You could be connecting to your purpose if you've never connected to it before. You could also be taking action towards your purpose or your mission right now. The cheetah is the epitome of the solar forces at work. The sun doesn't shine onto the cheetah. It shines from inside this great creature. So it feels like you are going through a glow up and your light is shining outward. Why can't I breathe? The energy within the cheetah personality is palpable to others, and they naturally attract an audience to bear witness to their remarkable achievements. Purpose and passion are the best fuel for a cheetah's forward momentum. So if you're lacking in those areas, reconnect to the why before you start running. So you're trying to reconnect to your passion and purpose. Again, it looks like you're very focused on yourself right now, which I like. I'm kind of curious how you feel about this person right now, though. So let's just get one animal card for that. How are you feeling? Why can't I breathe? What's wrong with you? Are you okay? My favorite reader always says when we channel people, we take on their energy, and all of a sudden I feel like I can't breathe. So are you okay? Are you not feeling well? What's going on? Okay, so how are you feeling about your person? How are you feeling about your person? All right, we have the frog. Releasing, cleansing, healing. So for how you're feeling about your person, it does look like you are trying to release, cleanse, and heal yourself of this energy. You're trying to release the outcome is what I'm hearing. And I think that what I'm seeing here with the frog is you feel like your person is doing something similar, or you hope that they're also releasing, cleansing, healing, going through a rebirth. Where's my book? It's funny because I kept getting a froggy in my throat. So it really does feel like you're focusing on your own joy and clearing, cleansing, healing. Again, I was hearing that like resentment or negativity or doubt or skepticism. You're trying to release all that when it comes to your person. So this is how you feel about your person, though. You could feel like your person tends to become overworked and undernourished. And you feel that your person is going through some sort of, I'm seeing like the Four of Swords. So you feel like your person is going through some sort of cleansing and releasing and healing themselves, or that's what you hope. But what's really interesting is this says water helps us cleanse, forgive, and release. And this is how you're feeling about your person. So again, I was seeing that in the first part, that you're not harboring resentment or doubt or skepticism. It's almost like surrender. You're in surrender about this journey. So many people, myself included, years ago, would doubt this journey and be very skeptical about it, and had a lot of resentment towards this journey, a lot of resentment towards my person. And when you release that resentment and you're in that otter energy, you're in that frog energy, it actually does help you. It helps the energy flow. It helps the momentum build between you. So that's very good. I don't know why I can't breathe. So I'm going to get you a chakra card and see instinct. You're following your instinct. You're following your intuition. All right, so let's get a card for you. about how you're doing. So show me the viewer. Show me the viewer. Okay, so passion, focusing on your passion and your purpose. Yeah. So you have beautiful cards here. We have prayer. So it looks like you are, you could be spending a lot of time praying, or you could just be focusing on your spirituality, connecting with your spirit guides, the divine, you could even be asking for help from your spirit team is what I'm hearing. We have miracle. So it feels like you're starting to believe in the miracle of this journey. And we have balance. So you're trying to balance your feminine and masculine energies, and you had that card about masculine energy. So I do feel like you are, I don't know why Spirit's giving me the words honing in on your masculine energy. I don't know what that means, but I think that first the divine feminine works on their feminine energy, and they're like, oh, I need to be in feminine energy. I do not chase, I attract. But then you also need to balance your masculine energy. And I feel like a lot of the times what I see in readings and what happened to me is that I started working on my masculine energy after my feminine energy. So it feels like that's what you're trying to balance right now. You're trying to find balance in your life between doubt and fear and skepticism and resentment and happiness and belief. You could be trying to balance work and hobbies. You're just trying to find balance in your life right now. So miracle. The brightest of all thoughts resides in sun yellow, as natural radiance stems from pure integrity. Be honest and forthright no matter what. With the energy of the sun, it reminds me of the cheetah. A miracle awaits. You instinctively know what is authentic. Trust this. Being a light, lighting the way for others, coming miracles. So I feel like you are trusting that miracles will come to you. And you could be, with that passion card, focused on being a light to others. That's beautiful. And we have prayer. Oh my gosh, prayer. Inquiry and original thoughts are inspired by the angels in lemon yellow. Cut through and face the truth and surrender to your higher calling. There is a collaboration here and a willingness to change one's mind. Letting go of control. See? Beautiful. You're letting go of control. Love it. I love that for you. And then we have balance. But seriously, why can't I breathe? What's wrong with you? Are you recovering from the vid? I don't know. So, wow, balance. Weigh all sides before moving forward. This can mean the start of a relationship proceeds slowly. Interesting. Let me just look at balance a little bit more. Let me see. Listen to this. Balance. Running towards something may chase it away. That's really interesting. Personal inquiry. I take me with me wherever I go. Is there a part of my life that may be out of alignment with who I am? So no longer chasing. Health matters and I can't breathe. Compulsive behavior, dietary imbalance, being result-oriented, self-neglect, honoring values. So these are the things you're working on right now. You're no longer neglecting communication, throat chakra. You're no longer neglecting your own needs and your own desires. Beautiful. And you're no longer chasing is what that sounds like. Beautiful. All right, so I'm just curious how you're feeling about them with this deck. How are you feeling about your person? How are you feeling about your person? How are you feeling about your person? Dang, forgiveness, releasing resentment. Remember when I said I was hearing that? So you're releasing resentment, and we have joy for how you feel about your person. So again, remember that reminiscing and that card, the honeymoon card or the whatever paradise card, talked about joy. So again, right now, when it comes to your person, you're releasing that resentment, you're forgiving them, probably without... A lot of people think that forgiveness comes from getting an apology from the other person, but it doesn't. Forgiveness is about us. And we can forgive someone without ever talking to them or getting that apology. And it truly feels like you're learning to forgive them, release resentment, and you're thinking about the good times you had with this person. With joy, clearly, you know, when you feel what you feel about this person is they do bring you happiness and they do bring you fulfillment. Why can't I breathe? Why can't I breathe? Maybe that's your person's energy that I'm feeling. We'll see if that goes away once I start channeling them. So, what do I want to get now? This one? Just a few more. So we're going to get this deck and see how you're doing. So Spirit, we're looking at the Divine Feminine. The Divine Feminine. Divine Feminine. Ladybug. Ladybug. Why do I keep saying ladybug? The Sound of Music could be symbolic. I just heard, you know, the little girl in that when they're singing the song, "These are some of my favorite things," and she's ladybugs. Vibrant, abundant life. So you're focusing on your vibrant, abundant life. Comfort, leisure, wishes coming true, good health, balance, birth of a daughter, the ladybug. This is you right now. We have, these two came out together, which I really like. These two came out together. And we have ball and chain, and it talks about codependency. And then we have end of mutable, and it says end of the season. So it feels like you're finally breaking that chain of codependency, finally breaking that chaser energy, that obsession maybe. End of season. These came out together. Connected, open-minded, wise, perfecting touch, sees both sides, empathic, changeable. Emotional baggage. It's the end of the season of your emotional baggage, and you're trying to focus on a vibrant, abundant life. You're trying to focus on your happiness. We have the anchor, so you're working on your stability, you're working on grounding yourself. Enduring, solid, steady, restrain, so you're restraining yourself from chasing. Persevere, willpower, long-lasting, persists, you're persisting, you're not giving up. Advantage, fortitude. We also have the Milky Way, which is about networking, marketing, internet fame, expand, spotlight, innumerable, social media, publicity, connected exposure. And on those chakra cards you had and the cheetah, it talked about reconnecting to your purpose, being a light for others. So you could be doing some networking online or putting yourself out on social media. And we have the Archer. Careful aim, on target. You're on target. It also says implement a strategy. So you could be implementing a strategy when it comes to networking, marketing, fame, your purpose. Let's get a few more. Let's get a few more for you. A few more. I'm shuffling this deck backwards and I don't like it. You could be working on, you could be a writer. We have the letter card here. So you could be writing something, or you could be a writer. The Lovers. All right. So we have, let me start where these came out. We have a letter, writing, communication, fax, email, mail, notes, record, news, memo, making contact. But I don't think you're making contact with this person. It feels like you're trying not to make contact with this person. You're, again, end of season of chasing. And you could even be writing what you want to say to them, but not sending it. You could be journaling. This could also be about you being a writer, is what I was hearing. We have crossroads, journey, multiple choice, travel, weigh the options, decide, opportunity, independent road trip. So you could be thinking about taking a road trip. You could also be at some kind of crossroads when it comes to your career or your living situation. This could also be the crossroads. I'm definitely seeing the energy where you're releasing, resentment and doubt and skepticism about this journey, and you're really surrendering to it. So that could be the crossroads. Like you could be choosing to go down the road of believing in it, following your intuition. We have heart, love, desire, joy, bliss, affection, fulfillment, kindness, forgiveness again, romance, contentment, passionate, caring. We have the High Priestess, the space between inner and outer worlds, inner knowing, dreams, past life knowledge, secrets, intuition, silent, guarded, and remember that mask card. So it does feel like you are not making any advances toward this person. High Priestess, trusting your intuition. Again, you could be focusing on light worker energy. And we have the Lovers. So I feel like you're very... Again, it feels like you're surrendering to this divine connection, and I think that you're spending a lot of time... Clearly you feel lover's energy with this person, and it feels to me like you are choosing to put that energy into yourself right now. We have the Firefly, illumination, chemistry, magical, self-discovery, soul spark, light codes, creative spark, and someone exceptional. So I feel like you're starting to realize that you're someone exceptional. And again, it talks about creative spark, self-discovery. And we have Wheel of Fortune. Very nice. Expansive, optimistic, growth, benefit, luck, tolerant, gratefulness, destiny, turning point, making stable changes, goodwill, abundance, Wheel of Fortune. All right, so I have one more deck two more before I get to tarot, but I won't get very many from them. I won't get many from these. So we'll just get a few from this deck first. We have Awakening. This connection is special. So that's what I was seeing with, the surrender and the Lovers. Even the Firefly, you're realizing that this is an exceptional connection. What is that? Card flipped over. So let's see your energy. We'll just get a couple from this deck. I'm just going to cut the deck. We have Fairy Tale. I always laugh when people are like, that sounds like a fairy tale. There's nothing fairy tale about counterparts. It's a very challenging journey. But then that's when I say to people, show me a fairy tale that's all sunshine and rainbows and roses and butterflies, because there's not one. Every fairy tale is full of ups and downs and separations and obstacles. Anyway. So show me the Divine Feminine. We have Walking Away. All right, so what do we have? We have Triggered, wounds coming to the surface. Remember your mirror card, self-introspection. Working on your inner wounding. So these wounds that are coming to the surface, you're looking at them, you're trying to heal them. We have Shadow, facing my dark side. So you're facing your shadows right now. Beautiful, doing shadow work. We have walking away, letting go for now. It says letting go for now. So again, there's this energy of releasing and surrender. And you know that all you can do right now is walk away and focus on you. And if this is meant to be, it'll come back around. This is an interesting one. We have coming clean, I still love you. And I do feel like that has to do with you're coming clean with yourself that you still love this person. Maybe for a while you tried to convince yourself that you didn't. Maybe for a while you were masking it from yourself, but clearly you still love this person. And we have mirroring again, reflecting each other. So I do believe that whatever you're going through, we're going to see a little bit of that in your person's energy because you had mirroring twice. So I do feel like there is mirroring between you and your person right now. And you know, you're reflecting. It feels like you're really reflecting about what this person mirrored back to you and triggered within you. All right, so let's get your last deck here. We have reunion. Whoops, I just knocked my phone. There we go. So reunion. I do think that you want reunion with this person, and we have distance after the first cut. So you could be at an emotional or physical distance from this person. So show me the divine feminine, and I'll confirm these. Let me put that chakra book over there. Show me the divine feminine. Show me the divine feminine. Oh, that's really good. Show me the divine feminine. So we have no contact. So again, you're trying to stay firm and no contact and not chase. So we have destiny. So right now you could be very focused on your destiny. I'll talk about these three cards in a minute. This came out alone. These three cards came out together, so I'm taking them together. But I feel like you're very focused on your destiny. I do feel like you are seeing this as a destined connection, a fated connection. Again, I feel like you were at a crossroads, or you are at a crossroads where you know, at some point you have to choose the journey. You can't just sit in at that crossroads. Like, maybe I'll believe in it if this happens. Maybe I don't believe in it. Maybe I do believe in it. Maybe I don't. I've been there. Eventually you have to decide whether you believe in it or not, and kind of commit to your inner journey, like commit to yourself, because remember, this journey is about you. And that union is just icing on the cake. And focused on your destiny, your soul purpose, reconnecting to purpose. Remember, being a light for others, perhaps. I do feel, though, that you see this as a destined connection. Now, these three came out together, which I really like, because we have rejection and denial. So it feels like this person could have triggered your rejection wounds or your fear of abandonment. Remember the chasing card. And for a while, you could have been denying this connection. You could have been like, nope, must not be a counterpart journey. I must not be a twin flame. This is all blah, 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 or whatever. This is all in my head. I'm just delusional. But it looks like that's what you're clearing and healing right now. You're clearing and healing that denial. Again, it's like you don't have that doubt, that worry, that skepticism. You have belief in your destiny. You have belief in this journey. And again, when you're thinking about this person, you're not thinking about everything that went wrong. You're thinking about the good times. You're thinking about the lessons you've learned from this person. Staying strong and no contact. All right, let's get a few more for you. Show me the divine feminine. That one just did the most dramatic flip in the air ever. So we have separation. So clearly you're in separation with this person. This one did a very dramatic flip in the air, spying. So you could be trying not to watch them online. You could feel like this person is watching you. If you're watching them, just my advice, that never ends well. If you're watching them, it's better just not to look at them. Because when you spy on them online, that's a way of energetically chasing them. Like when you're looking for them and you're looking at their social media and seeing what they're up to. And the things that you can see online can trigger you. And my favorite reader calls it opening Pandora's box. And I tell you, I've never really been a creeper or a spyer online. I can remember on one hand the times I did it, and I always regretted it. And just keep in mind that what people are posting online is not a true representation of what's actually going on in their life. A lot of people take the best bits and they post those online, or they post, it's a facade is what I'm hearing. So if you do struggle with chasing energy, and even though you're not reaching out to them, if you're watching them online, that can be a little bit of energetic chasing. And I would just not do it because it never ends well what you're seeing. Yeah, we have divine feminine. Yeah. I like that. Yes. So right now you're in divine feminine energy, and you had divine masculine energy. So you're balancing those energies. I don't chase, I attract. Divine feminine trusts their intuition. They're not, holding on to that resentment or anger. Very open-hearted, compassionate, beautiful, listening to your intuition. And then we have 5D. So it feels like you're very focused on your spirituality. With the spying card in 5D, you could be having dreams about this person. That could be what that's about. But it just seems like you're focused on the spiritual aspect of this connection instead of the 3D. So step away from the internet, my friend. If you're going to look at them online, step away from the internet. Step away from their Facebook. Step away from their Instagram. Don't do it. Stay in that divine feminine energy. Two more. So we have movement, exactly, the cheetah, movement, momentum. So you are there's a lot of forward movement in your energy right now. This energy is beautiful. I'm very proud of you. We have divinely protected. So you're believing that you're divinely protected right now. And you are divinely protected, especially if you're a divine feminine, I'm hearing. And we have mission. Yeah. So you're putting movement and momentum towards your mission, not towards this person. And you're trusting that this connection is divinely protected. And if it's meant to be, it'll come back around. Yeah. Love it. All right. So I may have to, I may have to pause this and come back and do your person in a little while. I'll see. So I just want a few tarot cards about you. A few tarot cards about you. Whoops. All right, so let's see your energy. 7 of Pentacles, beautiful. Long-term investment, sustained patience, perseverance, hard work, success in waiting, harvest results, profits, planning. Love it. And you're persevering. Beautiful. So show me this divine feminine's energy. Divine feminine. Temperance. I'm so proud of you. And we have the 9 of Cups. See, otter energy. You're very focused on your joy, what fills your cups up. Fulfillment, success. And temperance. That's beautiful. You're focused on patience, harmony, balancing your divine feminine, divine masculine energies, not rushing things. Focused on your purpose. It says purpose. Balance, harmony, healing, patience, self-control, moderation, purpose, peace, calm, tranquility. Yeah, you are. That's beautiful. I'm so proud of you. I really am. And we have 9 of Cups and Justice. So again, focused on balance, focused on your own fulfillment. I love it. Let's get another one for you. 3 of Swords in reverse. Exactly. You're releasing pain. You're releasing resentment, forgiveness, recovery, emotional and physical healing, exploring your emotions, self-love. Yeah, you are. High Priestess. Intuition, mystery, sacred knowledge, divine feminine, trusting your inner knowing, spirituality, higher power, tapping into your inner voice. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. Let's see how you're feeling about your person. How are you feeling about your person? We have the Knight of Pentacles. They're taking so long. Slow and steady. So you do feel like they're taking a while. But for how you feel about them, it feels like you know this is going to be slow and steady. It feels like you're committed and determined towards this person. But again, I do feel like you think that this person is taking a while. And we have the Chariot. So the most interesting thing about this card to me is it does say for how you're feeling towards them. It says control, willpower, determination, 2 opposing forces working towards a goal. So it does feel like you do feel like moving towards them, but you're showing a lot of willpower and control right now. The most interesting thing about this Chariot card, it's one of my favorite Chariot cards. The horses are laying down. So this really speaks to me about how you're feeling about your person, because usually when you see the Chariot, the horses are running. And these 2 horses are laying down. Let me just show it to you up close. So I do feel like you feel right now you both have to work on your own. You're on your own paths right now. And if you look at these horses/unicorns, they're both facing different directions. So I do feel like you and your person are both working on your own paths right now, and that these 2 opposing forces will come back together as one when it's the right time. And again, you're trying not to reach out to this person. I want to see what could still be blocking your energy. So what could be blocking your energy? What could be blocking your energy? So we have Death. So what could be blocking your energy? Let's look at this. Resistance to change. Inner journey. Inner purging. So there could still be things that you need to purge, like inner work that you're doing. There could still be some inner work that you need to work on before this will unblock. We have stuck, so feeling stuck. So if you ever are feeling stuck, try to remind yourself that you're not stuck because you're on your own journey. Repeating negative patterns. So pay attention to any negative patterns you could be repeating, negative thought processes, spying, negative pattern of like going and watching them online or looking for them online, negative patterns of resentment, doubt, worry, skepticism, chasing, obsessing, those types of things. Negative patterns in your own life. So look at the patterns that you're repeating in your own life. Those are some of the things that could still be blocking this connection. Oh. Let me get one more. That one came flying out, so clearly I had to get it. So what could still be blocking you on your side? Separation, disharmony, misaligned values, disconnection, family trouble. You could be going through family trouble in your life. So we have the 8 of Cups for what could be blocking this connection. So how can I say that? What could be blocking this connection? You could be having a hard time actually letting go, actually walking away. And what could be blocking this connection? There could be things in your life that you still need to walk away from. Unhealthy, negative patterns. Maybe relationships in your life that aren't fulfilling you. A job that doesn't make you happy. Addictions. For what's blocking you with the Eight of Cups, what's still blocking you is there's still things that you need to leave behind, is what I'm hearing. And you may have a hard time. Like, I know I saw walking away in your energy for now. But for some of you, you could still be struggling with that. You could still be struggling with releasing the outcome. And you could still be holding on to that outcome of reunion. And Spirit's saying, you know, if you want things to come to you, they can't come to you if you're holding on like this. You have to release it and open your hands. So just that could be something that you're struggling with. So what can you focus on to help this connection? What can you focus on? What can you focus on? I have a phone call that I'm going to have to go. I have a phone call that I'm going to have to go do before I continue this, or I'll start your person and then I'm going to have to come back. So what can you focus on? Hierophant energy, your spirituality, spiritual wisdom, maybe being a mentor to others, your mission. Spiritual wisdom, traditions, education, higher knowledge, belief systems. So focusing on your own spiritual growth is what you can be focusing on right now in Queen of Cups energy. So focusing on your self-love, focusing on trusting your intuition. Compassion, warmth, caring, intuition, healer, focusing on being a healer. Supportive, in the flow, empathy. So let me just get advice for you from the Queen of Cups. I love that the Queen of Cups came out. So trust your intuition and heart. All of your answers to your questions lie within. The Queen of Cups communicates the need to stand strong in your truth and light. The Queen of Cups represents emotions, femininity, and intuition. This card reminds you to honor your sensitivity and allow yourself to feel the full spectrum of emotions that make up the human experience. So that's something that you can work on. So I'm going to go cleanse all these decks. I'm actually going to shuffle them and then I'll be back to do your person in a moment. All right, all of the decks have been shuffled and cleansed, so now I don't have to do any of that shuffling on screen for your person. We can just jump right in. So, your person's energy. Let's look at your person's energy. Your person's energy. We have clock, needing time, cycles, take time, time to heal, progressing. And we have, whoa. We have wanting to talk, interested in talking, awaited messages. This person could also be, these two came out together. So it feels like your person wants to talk to you, but they know that they need to wait. They know this is going to take time. The other thing I heard is this says awaiting a message. And if you had that chaser card. So I feel like this person is almost waiting for you to reach out to them, or they're wondering when you're going to start like chasing them again, reaching out to them. That's really interesting. Oh my gosh, Phoenix energy, I can feel it. So this person, again, I'm seeing two things here, and we'll see more once we get into their energy, but it's like they're awaiting a message from you. And at the same time, I feel like they do want to talk to you, but they know that there are things they need to heal before they reach out to you. I'm feeling Phoenix energy. It's funny because it's going to my face. Usually it starts with my neck. Oh, it's there a little, but I can feel it in my face. All right, let's get a few more for your person. Whoa. Watching you. So that spying card that was on your side, that could be you feel them watching you. Definitely looks like they're watching you. This is very interesting. These three came out together. We have soulmates. So they're thinking about this soul connection, partnership, soul contract, life partner. They're seeing you as a soul connection. These two came out together. We have the golden mirror and heartbroken. So it feels like this person in the past, it's funny because you were in that energy of thinking about the good times and forgiving this person. You weren't giving me any type of information about what this person did to you in the past because you weren't sitting in that resentment. So I didn't get anything from you about what this person was like in the past towards you, what they did. Look, Phoenix energy. But they're showing me. I feel like your person was, self-absorbed. They were more focused on their own needs and wants. I feel like there could have been some not so desirable tendencies, like narcissistic tendencies. I'm not saying your person is a narcissist, it's an overused term. I think that we all are capable of having narcissism within. I've heard that we all do. Not all of us act on it. But these two came out together. Look at me. Your person, look at me. Your person could have been like that. Like your person could have been a little self-absorbed. But it says one-sided. So I feel like this person wasn't giving you what you were giving to them. And you could have felt like it was a one-sided connection. And you've got your person over here heartbroken over this energy. I feel like this person is really reflecting on their own bad behavior. And they're feeling quite heartbroken about how they treated you, especially because you're glowing up. Especially because you seem to have released resentment and forgiven them in your own energy. And when that happens, oh my gosh. Phoenix energy. I didn't get that for you. Look at it. Interesting. I feel like as you forgive them and evolve and grow energetically, they start to divinely protected. I feel like this person starts to realize what they did here. Feeling hurt and deeply hurt and sad, feeling lost, grieving and despair over their own behavior. And they're seeing you as a life partner, soul contract, soulmate. And they want to talk to you, but they know they need to heal before they talk to you. And again, it's almost like this person was waiting for you to reach out to them. And when you didn't, when you broke that cycle of chasing, and it got very quiet, they started to think like, maybe I went too far, maybe I messed up. Let's get one more. You didn't give me any information about what this person did to you because you were just like, I'm in acceptance and I'm focusing on me. And you didn't give me any information about what this person did to you. Let's get another one for your person. So we have not today. So again, they're seeing you're not reaching out to them. You could have put a boundary up with this person, but they know they need to heal some of these things before they reach out to you. And we have old school replaying events in their head. So this person is kind of like really, I'm hearing licking their wounds. This person is really feeling whatever they did to you because now there's silence. Now you're not chasing them. Now you're focused on yourself. They can feel you energetically evolving, phoenixing. And they're replaying events in their head. They're replaying like how they treated you, what they said to you, how they hurt you. And they're kind of avoiding reaching out to you because they know they need to take accountability. Let's get one more. One more for your person. Or two. Spirit says two. So we have death. Death. So they're thinking about the ending. This is good. This is good. So we have engagement ring. They could be thinking about, again, they're seeing you as a life partner. And it says healing heart. So right now this person is healing And I think that this person could have been quite toxic with you. Again, you weren't telling me any of that in your side. It was all like, I forgive them. I'm focusing on myself. I'm focusing on me, what I can control. I have belief. I'm healing. I'm working on my mission. I'm reconnecting to my purpose. You didn't give me anything, but I feel like this person, could have had some toxic tendencies in the past. And now they're healing that. They're healing those toxic tendencies. Higher commitment. So I do feel like this gives me Hierophant energy. So I feel like this person is now learning these lessons that this connection was supposed to teach them. And I do think they're thinking about the future with you with Engagement Ring. And now I'm hearing that song again. We could have had it all. So let's get animal cards for your person. This is going to be interesting. Animal cards for your person. Oh, I already shuffled this. What am I doing? All right. That just fell out, the oyster. So this person is transforming, but they're holding back from you right now. Doubting themselves. And I feel like they could be in avoidance right now. I already shuffled that. What am I doing? So show me the Divine Masculine. Show me the Divine Masculine. Now I know why I couldn't breathe. It all makes sense why I couldn't breathe. We've got the Whale in reverse. Feels heavy. And the Whale does talk about communication, but it's in reverse, which means this person, not ready to communicate. And the longer you don't communicate with them or reach out to them or chase them, the heavier they feel. Remember, I couldn't breathe. Feels heavy. The Whale in reverse. But they have the Dragon. So, the Dragon talks about ego. So let's start with the Whale. Heavy, feeling heavy, slips into old stories. So remember I said I saw somebody licking their wounds. This could be someone who's in that type of like 5 of Cups, like, I always mess up the good things in my life. I can never do anything right. Everybody always leaves me, like slipping into their old story, outdated beliefs, replaying events in their head. They could be, realizing that this is something that they have done before in their life. And the Dragon. Seeing one's most true self, the mirror. And I don't think they like what they see. Balancing the ego. The Dragon sees everything. Its essence has been with us since before our first breath and will be there at our last. It watches us navigate the external world as well as our inner world. When Dragon energy is awakened, we are courageous, visionary, and can easily drop into witness consciousness. It is almost as if we are traveling with a great friend inside of ourselves. When we look in the mirror deep into our eyes, we may even glimpse the self behind the self, the one watching us. This is the power of the Dragon breathing transformative fire. Remember how I got all those red blotches? Transformative fire into every cell of our bodies. Witnessing this omnipotent energy, even for a brief moment, helps us to surrender and let go. So I do feel like this person is seeing their true self. And I think that's a hard thing to see. I think that they're seeing a lot of truths about themselves. And again, I think they're really struggling with that. I think they're feeling very heavy about it. I feel like they've had a light bulb moment where they're like, oh, wait a minute. I'm the problem. I'm hearing that song. I don't know the song. I don't know what song it is, but I'm hearing the clip from it. It's me. Hi, I'm the problem. It's me. So it's like this person is truly seeing themselves, their true self. And I'm not saying that their true self is... I think that everybody, maybe not people like to give me like really obscure examples. Like, you think everybody's good? What about like pedophiles? Anyway, I do think this person, I'm not saying that their true self is that golden mirror, But I think that they're starting to see that side of them and balancing the ego. So I do feel like they're seeing through their ego is what I'm hearing, or their ego is no longer protecting them from seeing that about themselves. I feel like this person maybe had a really hard time admitting some of those things about themselves. I hope that makes sense. And the dragon breathes transformative fire, so they are transforming. And again, I'm not saying that that golden mirror is their true self, but I feel like they are seeing that golden mirror side of themselves. Transformative fire. I actually want to get one more for your person. One more. So we have the beaver in reverse and we have the golden egg. The beaver in reverse. Your person's energy is very heavy. Feels useless, worn out. Very heavy energy on your person's side. Now it makes sense why I couldn't breathe. Oh dear. As I'm sitting in your person's energy, I'm getting quite sad. It's the opposite of your energy. It's like, I think your person is having a lot of realizations about themselves. And I'm hearing it's a hard pill to swallow. And I think they're having a lot of realizations about how they treated you. Especially because you're no longer reaching out to them. And that silence is deafening, is what I'm hearing. Like that silence, powerful. The golden egg. Message at the center of the heart, the unstruck sound. I need a Kleenex, hang on. I'm falling apart over here. The message at the center of the heart, the unstruck sound. Within the golden egg lives a precious sound. Deep within that sound resides a message. And I think you need to be quiet to hear it. The sound cannot be heard nor the message discerned until we retreat from the noise of modern day life. And what did I say? Your silence is deafening. You could have tried to tell this person these things about themselves and you got their ego. They're like, no, I'm not the problem. You're the problem. And now I'm hearing, it's me. Hi, I'm the problem. It's me. They're realizing that they are the ones that contributed to the downfall of this connection. I think that you both did in a way, because it's never just one person's fault. This says you can only hear it when it's quiet, when you retreat from everyday life, when you're no longer chasing them and they're no longer hearing you, seeing your name on their phone. The magical essence of the golden egg needs warmth, quiet, and time to unfold. No rushing or pushing. And I feel like in the past with that chaser energy, you were maybe trying to rush or push this person to awaken, to realize these things about themselves. They needed to hear it from within, from that dragon. Introspection, contemplation. When the mind begins to settle and the breath is calm, ask the question that weighs heaviest on your heart, staying open to any response you hear. And I just heard, am I the problem? And I think their soul was like, yes. I feel bad laughing, but I can't help it. It requires becoming intimate with our very essence and comfortable with vulnerability. And look how vulnerable I just got. Like I just got very emotional there for a second. When I looked at that beaver and whale in reverse, I just had like sadness come over me from your person. Listen to the message that's coming from within. So your person definitely tapping into their inner self here. So let's see how they're feeling about you. How are they feeling about you? How are they feeling about you? So we've got the earthworm for how they're feeling about you. So they're feeling shy and hesitant to come towards you right now for how they're feeling about you. They're starting to awaken. They're starting to have these realizations. But the earthworm talks about being shy and hesitant to come forward, to share that with you. And to bring into balance, risk embarrassment and speak up. So to bring their energy back into balance, they're going to need to talk to you. But right now, they're not quite sure if they've healed enough or learned enough or awakened enough to talk to you. They're feeling hesitant about coming towards you. This talks about someone who feels like they're just starting out. So this person could be looking at you like you are someone who is very awakened, very in touch with yourself, glowing energy, right? The cheetah, you're glowing from the inside out. And this person feels like they've only just begun. So they're feeling shy and hesitant about coming towards you. Let's get one more for how they feel about you. How are they feeling about you? That's really interesting. The cosmic egg. So they do feel like you're someone who's awakened. Again, awakened, like highly awakened spiritual being, achievement, fulfillment, transformation. They feel like they're only just starting out, and they're not sure if they've done enough or if they've healed enough to come towards you right now. I also feel like this person feels like you are the catalyst to their awakening. We also have the scorpion. So what's really interesting is I didn't see anything about you feeling resentful towards this person, but how this person feels about you, they're thinking about when they burned you in the past. And they're feeling like if they come towards you, they're going to get the sword. They're going to get your pinchers because they burned you in the past. And they're feeling like if they come towards you right now, you could like lash out at them or you could be mad at them. And I didn't see any of that in your energy. I didn't see any of that in your energy. But this person is thinking about the time when they burned you. That's interesting. Okay, so chakra cards for your person. Oh, your person's energy is heavy. At least now I know why I couldn't breathe. You could be picking up on some of that energy. Stop it. I already shuffled. Spirit was like, you already shuffled. Stop it. So I just randomly cut open the deck and I saw renewal. But let's see your person's current energy. Show me their person's energy. Well, that's nice. We have discovery on the bottom. So they are discovering things about themselves, self-discovery. They're discovering their shadows. They're discovering things that maybe they've been running away from. We have wisdom for your person. So right now they're tapping into their inner wisdom. Their heart is opening. The heart chakra. So their heart is opening to their heart's wisdom, their intuition. We have balance. So you both had balance. So your person is trying to balance out their life, trying to balance out their energies. This one also talked about, I got it for you. Let me just get the book. We have soulmate. Aww. So they're thinking about this soulmate connection with you, this soul connection that's really opened their heart. Let me see. Wisdom, there is an ability to bring serenity to any situation, and indeed it may be needed. So let me just look at wisdom. Wise counsel, focused energy, honoring yourself, contentment, transformation. Do I go with my heart or against it? So their heart is opening. Their heart is telling them what to do here. And it could just be their mind. You know what's really interesting? This wisdom card talks about, is there wisdom you've gotten only to ignore it? And I feel like that was you. I feel like you gave them wisdom, you tried to help them, and they ignored it, or they pushed it away, or you got their ego. And now they're thinking about what you were trying to teach them, what you were trying to tell them. Balance, which is purple. It says weigh all sides before moving forward. This can mean the start of a relationship proceeds slowly. You had that one as well. Is there a part of my life that may be out of alignment with who I am? Yes, they're realizing that some of the things they do are out of alignment with their true self. This is interesting. And then we have soulmate. Soulmate. Speaking your truth, choosing love, freedom through transformation, resistance to commitment, your person. New truths. This card indicates no longer living a lie. Your person's energy. Amazing. Let's see how they're feeling about you. Let's see how they're feeling about you. How are they feeling about you? Passion. Clearly. We have completion. This is very sad because it's almost like this person feels, I do feel like they feel complete with you, but it's almost like this person is mourning the loss of you right now. Look at this card. So it feels like this person is mourning the loss of this connection. I did see the death card. This person almost feels like you may not give them another chance. Like something is over here. And that it appears to me, whoa. It appears to me that is what's causing them to really look at themselves right now, because they feel like it's actually over. We have grief. And remember how I just started crying sitting in your person's energy, grief. Oh. This is how they feel about you. Mourning the loss of you. This reminds me of the Five of Cups. In some Five of Cups, you see someone at a grave. They could have also recently went through some kind of loss in their life where they're missing your support. I'm going to get one more from this deck for how they feel about you. How are they feeling about you? How are they feeling about you? Faith and impartiality. Impartiality. I'm going to have to look up what that means. But faith. So I do feel like they see you as someone, I do feel like they're trying to have faith in this. I feel like you had faith in them. I'm hearing that song. It's from one of my favorite movies is Benny and June. If you've never seen it, it's amazing. It's got Johnny Depp in it before he became like really famous. Benny and June, great movie. But there's a song in it called Have a Little Faith in Me. I'm hearing that right now. I feel like you always had faith in this person. They were just too much in their ego to see it. What am I looking at here? Impartiality. This is not the time to personally shine, but allow others to shine. That's how they're feeling about you. So they could be feeling like if I step back from this situation, what do I see? So they're feeling like they need to truly see you. They feel like you are a very fair person. This is how they're feeling about you. They could feel like you are very fair. You could be a Libra, but they could feel like you're very fair. Like you don't judge people. You don't take sides. And it feels like this person feels this impartiality or whatever, however you say it. They feel like you've taken a step back from this connection. allowing things to unfold, neutral position. So they're not quite sure how you're feeling about them with this card. Like they feel like you've taken a step back here. All right, so I will be back. I have to pause this for a little bit, but I'll be back. All right, so we're gonna get your person's energy out of this deck. I had to excuse myself. Your person's energy, well, you saw I became quite emotional. I became quite emotional in your person's energy, so I just had to go center myself. But let's get back into your person's energy. So I already shuffled these decks, like I said, and we're going to get this deck now to see your person's energy. So we're looking at... That's really interesting. Oh, that's really good. That's really good. Okay, so they got another death card. So that seems to be a theme in your person's energy here, death. So they could have went through a loss. But I think that they're mourning the ending of this connection. And these two came out together, which make me very happy. So remember, in your person's energy, we were talking about they're realizing a lot about themselves right now. And we have the snake and the broom coming out together. So this says remove unwanted stuff, purging, a clean sweep, delete, total makeover, unavoidable, clean up, restoring harmony. And then it came out with the snake, deception, jealousy, betrayal, backstab, toxic, silent treatment. So these could have been all things that this person, remember that golden mirror. So I'm really happy to see those coming out together, because that's what your person is merging right now. That's what they're realizing about themselves. And again, death. So I think that's the third card I've seen about death. Defeated, feeling very defeated, feeling like this is over and done, mourning the breakup. It says breakup on here. All right, we have wishes. Wishes do come true, peace, miracles, dreams, feeling blessed, hopeful. They're still feeling hopeful about this connection. If they remove this unwanted stuff, that they can make things right. We have passion and chemistry, which is something you had on your side. Passion, chemistry, desire, kiss, celebrate, happiness, exhilaration, new year, excitement. I just heard it's a new year, it's a new me. What else do we have? So we have a lot here. These are very interesting cards. I'll get to them in a minute. So we have, hang on, I just want to look at them all. We have the devil. And we have, that's so nice, steady, forward movement, one way, go the distance, direct route, autopilot, traveling. I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. I think I can is what I'm hearing. We have the devil. So this person, again, is, I feel like they're becoming more self-aware because of whatever happened between you. Like I said, I find it interesting that you weren't giving me any information about what this person did to you, because you're in this energy of releasing resentment and forgiveness and focusing on your happiness. But your person is really telling me in these cards a lot about toxic behaviors. We had that golden mirror card. These are the things that they're trying to remove right now. A total makeover, clean sweep. And we saw that with the dragon card. Eyes on the prize, the devil. So I do feel like this person is becoming more self-aware. We have True North, which you had that Destiny card, which had the same compass on it. True North, discovery, life path, seeking truth. So I feel like they're seeing the truth about themselves. Like I said, they're seeing their reflection in the mirror. Know where you're going, make a plan. We have things are fluid. Intuitive, healing, artistic, emotional, flowing, compassion, enchanting, sensitive, diving deep. And that's what I was feeling with your person with that whale energy. Again, their emotion overtook me there in that part of the reading. And then we have new beginnings, desire, a sudden increase, clever, resourceful, fertility, multiply. We have leap of faith, sudden change in direction. So they're changing. Don't worry, moving on, prosperity. I think they are worried you're moving on, I'm going to be honest. And then we have this bridge card. communicate, connecting, integrate, share, collaboration, harmony, compromise, overcoming barriers. So it'll be interesting to see what comes out in tarot, because it does feel like your person is thinking about communicating with you, but we had that not today card. Let's just get a few more. Oh my gosh, we have feminine energy, so they've definitely got you on the mind. They're thinking heavily about you, and we've got communicate. So there is this energy of them wanting to communicate with you, and then we have take inspired action. But again, we had that not today, so clearly this person feels... This person thinks about talking to you. And I think they see that you're not taking inspired action towards them. You're no longer chasing them, is what I'm hearing. So let's get these other cards. My nose is starting to run too. So I've already shuffled these, and look at what ended up on the bottom. Yearning, missing your energy. Yes, yes, definitely. Mistakes. Oh my gosh. Yearning, missing your energy, mistakes, regretting things they did in the past. Seriously. Seriously. So your person's energy. Your person's energy. So we have space between you. So they're thinking about the space between you. We've got old-fashioned. So this person, I don't know if your person is old-fashioned, but they're thinking more about traditional values right now. They're thinking more about, like I'm seeing the Hierophant, they're thinking about a more traditional connection with you. We've got flow, releasing resistance. So they're no longer resisting this. They're no longer resisting the healing that they need to do. They're no longer resisting their ego. Remember the Dragon card? We have the Runner. So I am allowed to be a work in progress. That's an affirmation that just popped down for your person. So your person is, I feel like they're realizing they've been running from this connection. We have surrender, trust the process. So they're surrendering to this, just like you have surrender in your energy. They're surrendering to their own reflection. They're surrendering their ego. And we have apology, I'm sorry. So feeling very remorseful, very heavy, very different from what you're going through. All right, so I already shuffled all of these, so we'll just keep diving right in. So we're going to get this deck now. Let me put that book over there. The Divine Masculine. Show me the Divine Masculine. Show me the... What? That's so nice. Show me the Divine Masculine. All right. We have no contact. So you had that card as well. You're staying strong in no contact. And again, there's this energy of them wanting to reach out to you, but not today. Like they clearly know there's things they need to heal here. We have mission, so they could be focusing on their mission right now. We have Divine Feminine. You had those two cards as well. It's almost like they're seeing you as their mission. As you focus on your mission, they're seeing you as their mission. It's also showing that they're balancing their Divine Feminine energy, same as you. So they're learning to trust their inner knowing, their heart. Remember, trusting their heart. Being more empathetic, being more compassionate, being more nurturing. And then we have healing. So they are healing. That's really good. What are they healing? Let's see what they're healing. What are they healing? There could be religious differences. Avoidant. That's what they're healing. They're healing their avoidance. They're no longer avoiding this. They're no longer running away from their healing is what I'm hearing. And your person could have had runner or avoidant tendencies here. I said religion because religion is on the back or the back of the deck. Show me the Divine Masculine. Oh, that's nice. Show me the divine masculine. Show me the divine masculine. Oh my gosh. So we have inner union. So they are learning how to come into union with themselves. We also have 5D that came out with this. So it's like they're aligning with their higher self is what I'm hearing. And we have union and home. So I feel like this person, I feel like they're coming into union with themselves, but they're also surrendering to 5D union is what I'm hearing. And we have home, windows to the soul. So I do feel like this person wants to return to you. They do envision union with you. I also feel like there's something about that dragon card and looking themselves in the mirror, because it talked about looking into your and seeing the eyes or your soul behind. What did that dragon card said? It said something, seeing yourself behind the self. And I feel like they've been taking a good hard look at themselves. That's really interesting to me. On the bottom, we have dark night of the soul. So I do feel like this person is going through a dark night of the soul. Two more. Oh my gosh. Right person, wrong time. And I feel like they almost have that mindset like you were the right person, but it was the wrong time for them because they weren't ready to see it. And we have constant burn. So they're feeling this constant burn, thinking about you. All right, so we're going to get tarot for them now. Tarot. And then after that, we'll get a few messages from them. So trying to build up their confidence, trusting their inner strength, self-love and respect, unconditional love, courage, inner strength, compassion, persuasion, inner stillness, definitely. So your person's energy right now, show me their person's energy. Show me their person's energy. They have the Three of Swords in reverse too. And I shuffled these cards. Seven of Swords in reverse. Six of Cups. Oh my gosh. Judgment, awakening. Judgment, absolutions, wake-up call, inner calling, life purpose, self-evaluation, definitely. And we have the Six of Cups, so they're very nostalgic about you. They're thinking about you. I feel like this person is also healing inner childhood wounds. They got the Three of Swords in reverse as well. Releasing pain, forgiveness, recovery, apologies, emotional and physical healing, feeling their emotions, self-love. This is also a card of wanting forgiveness, wanting to apologize, wanting to make amends. It also mentions reconciliation. Seven of Swords in reverse. Make amends for wrongdoing. This is someone who's healing that runner energy. They're no longer avoiding this, no longer avoiding their shadows. And they're releasing some of those snake energies. They're releasing some of those toxic tendencies is what I'm hearing. Lots of regret. We have the King of Pentacles. So this person is, grounding in their energy. They're becoming more stable. Security, provider, abundance, reliable, safe, kind, protective, sensual. So this is their current energy. Again, they do feel a lot of regret, a lot of remorse over what has happened here. Let's see how they're feeling about you. Let's see how they're feeling about you. How are they feeling about you? How are they feeling about you? We've got strength. We've got the Empress. Knight of Pentacles. That was what was on the bottom when I asked how you felt about them. Look, for how they're feeling about you, the Empress. Look at that. So they're feeling, you're irreplaceable. Nobody compares to you. They're feeling like you're not chasing them. I attract, I don't chase, or whatever I was saying. For how they feel about you. Creation of life, abundance, maternal, fertility, divine feminine energy, froggy in my throat, releasing, cleansing, healing. So they feel like you're releasing them. Pregnancy, beauty, sensuality, care and nurturing, Mother Earth. So this person definitely feels like you're that Empress. And that you are standing in your inner strength. The Strength card for how they feel about you, I feel like they really do feel like you triggered their ego. I feel like they showed you the most triggered parts of themselves. You're standing in your inner strength. They feel unconditional love towards you. That you're standing in your self-love and respect and inner stillness. This person feels a very strong bond with you with the Strength card and the Empress. Oh my goodness gracious. How are they feeling about you? How are they feeling about you? How are they feeling about you? We've got the Queen of Pentacles. They're the King of Pentacles. They see you as the Queen of Pentacles. So they see you as someone nurturing, practical, generous, sensible, luxurious, caring, homebody, good business sense, working parent. But this is an 8 of Cups is right underneath. So they definitely do feel like you're releasing them, like you're walking away. And the Queen of Pentacles is someone who's protecting their pentacle, like protecting their energy. This person definitely feels like you're their person. They're the King of Pentacles and they're seeing you as the Queen of Pentacles. You could have really good business sense. And we have the Magician for how they feel about you. So they do feel like they need to be proactive here. They want to evolve this connection. The Magician, they want to evolve it to the next level is what I'm hearing. There's definitely an energy of wanting to communicate with you as well. They could also feel like you're a master manifester. Also, look at this for how they feel about you, 3 major arcana. So you're kind of a big deal is what I'm hearing. Nice. And you could be very focused on your finances right now. All right, let's see their intentions towards you right now. Intentions towards you. Holy cow. The 4 of Wands for their intentions. 11/11, homecoming, celebration, harmony, marriage, family, friends, gatherings, reunion, stability, belonging. That's their intentions. Look at that. So their intentions are stability with you, homecoming, marriage, union, reunion. We've got the 9 of Swords in reverse. So they do intend to alleviate their stress by sharing with you. Finding help, so they could want your help. Facing you, releasing fear. Their intentions are to release their fear. Healing and relief, ending of mental torment. So if this person did, that golden mirror, that could have caused you a lot of anxiety and grief. Their intentions are to make sure that's not happening Their intentions are to make sure that's not happening anymore. Ending of mental torment, recovery, facing life, finding help. And we've got the Page of Pentacles. So this person intends to offer you something stable and grounded. They want to manifest something here with you. It does say messenger, loyal, consistent. So their intentions are to offer you something stable and consistent and grounded and be loyal to you. Wow. All right. I want to see what's blocking them right now. What is still blocking them? What is blocking this person? So we have the 5 of Wands and the Star. So what is blocking them? Lack of faith, loss of hope, despair, disconnection, depression. It says impotence. What? Really? I've never noticed that on the Star card in reverse. I've never noticed that before. Negativity. So that's what's blocking them right now. I'll repeat it. Lack of faith, loss of hope, despair, disconnection, depression, impotence, despondent, negativity. That's what's blocking them right now. And clearly there's still things they're healing. There's still things they need to heal here. And what's blocking them? The 5 of Wands. It does say ego. It does say ego. Conflict, disagreements, tension, diversity, rivalry, challenges, obstacles, aggression, ego. So if this person is still working through some of those, remember, this is what they're clearing out of their energy right now, that's snake energy. But if they have any of that hanging on, let's see what their action will be in the future. Although I'm already hearing like it'll come when it's meant to, but let's see what their action is in the future. Show me this person's action in the future. That's really good. 5 of Pentacles in reverse. What is their action in the future? Well then, we've got the 5 of Swords in reverse. So we have 5 of Pentacles in reverse. We have the Eight of Cups in reverse and the Knight of Cups. So 5 of Swords, peace after trouble, making amends, reconciliation, releasing past resentment, regret, resolution. So that's their action. Their action is to come towards you and make amends with you. And it looks like they want reconciliation. Also showing you regret for their past actions, which I saw with the 7 of Swords in reverse. They want to set the record straight. They want to make amends for wrongdoing. We've got the 8 of Cups in reverse. Fully learning from the past, returning home. So this is like, again, 8 of Cups in reverse. It's kind of someone who's walked away, returning home. Someone who thought fulfillment was over here or by themselves or wherever they thought fulfillment was, who walked away from these cups that were standing up. They realized that's not where happiness is. Happiness was right here. We have the 5 of Pentacles in reverse. Hope returns, overcoming adversity, positive changes, making positive changes, coming in out of the cold. 5 of Pentacles in reverse. And we've got the Knight of Cups. So creativity, romance, charming, imagination, idealist, beauty, graceful, artistic, tactful, diplomatic, mediator, negotiator. So they do want to negotiate something here with you, make amends with you. I also see 555 there. Let's get one more for actions. One more for actions. We've got the Page of Wands. So that's definitely somebody taking inspired action towards you. The only thing I don't like is that you've got a page and a knight here. I really would have loved to see the Emperor. But for actions, Page of Wands, that is taking inspired action, that's wanting to make something happen. It's like the mini Fool. And Knight of Cups does talk about someone coming forward with a romantic offer, wanting to rekindle something. And I guess, you know, the 5 of Pentacles in reverse does show this person has made positive changes. I'm just going to ask Spirit about this person's energy when they come in. What will their energy be when they come in? What will their energy be when they come in? One more. Oh, we have 2 of Cups. So we have Ace of Wands, ignited passion, new opportunities, growth, potential. So I do feel like you're going to see the growth and potential in them. 2 of Cups, unified love, partnership, mutual attraction, romantic love, connection, mutual respect. So they're coming in with respect. We also have the Queen of Swords, which I like because it says they're coming in with honesty, fairness, direct communication. They're coming in, you know, being very authentic and truthful with you. And we've got the 5 of Swords in reverse. So they're coming in wanting to make amends, wanting reconciliation, showing regret, wanting resolution. So this isn't someone who's coming in to fight with you or to like have a clash of the egos again, which I like to see. All right. So I think I might I'm really curious about, I just want to see when they come towards you what their energy will be, just because I'm protective of you. I'm protective of you. I just saw the sea serpent, and that talks about healing emotional wounds. So let's see what their energy will be when they take action towards you. Oh, that's interesting. So we have the swan. So they have been, when they come in, they will have spent a lot of time alone in self-reflection, and they will be tapped into their inner voice. We have the otter. So when they come in, they're going to be coming in wanting to be happy with you, that's really interesting, because full of love needs nothing. So when they come towards you, it feels like they're going to be full of love for you and not really expecting anything in return from you. I'm seeing that card, I support your decision no matter what. And we have the frog for their energy when they come towards you. So that's showing that this person will have released and cleansed a lot of these things. So let me just look at this. Clear energy and enthusiasm for life. And then the otter, just to confirm, full of love, needs nothing. Okay, well, that makes me feel better. Again, I'm protective of you. And you're in such great energy, is what I'm hearing. So let's get some channeled messages from your person. Channeled messages from your person. I'm using this deck today. Channeled messages from your person. Channeled messages from your person. Most of them are face down. All right. We have, I want to hold you in my arms and feel our bodies unite as one. There's a lesson to be learned from this, and I feel like that's exactly what they're doing. When I look into your eyes, I see the universe and it activates for me. Remember that window to the soul, the eyes. I'm trying to figure out this connection. I've never experienced anything like this before. When our conversations are lighthearted and playful, it eases the tension that is sometimes there when we talk. They could come in very lighthearted with that otter. Our hearts are connected. Take a moment to close your eyes and feel the connection. Also with the Knight of Cups, they could come in a little flirty, is what I'm hearing. You think I'm not listening to you, but I am. I hear everything you say and even replay our conversations over in my head. And they had that card, replaying conversations over in their head. I'm going through physical, emotional ascension symptoms. I need space to rest, but from a higher perspective, I'm releasing old energy. Very good. I feel the chemistry between us, and we need to trust that this energy we share will bring us back together again. I close my eyes and imagine you're here with me. It feels so real. I'm beginning to understand this is what it means to be in the 5D with you. 5D, remember they had that 5D card. So did you. I see you working to create change. You working on your mission. I am proud of what you are accomplishing. I want to work on a mission with you. And remember, they had the mission card as well. Let's get a few more. Channeled messages from your person. Channeled messages from your person. Channeled messages from your person. Just two more. I've seen that reunion card twice, but it didn't come out. Our love is external and exists in every dimension and cannot be lost. I think you're beautiful inside and out. I see the light that radiates from your soul. You show up in dreams. It helps me process buried memories, however you say that word. Clear the illusions of the 3D world. Don't take everything at face value. There's actually a lot more going on spiritually and energetically than you can see. Because of you, I'm starting to see what is really important in life. Mission card. And remember when that mission card came out, I said, I feel like they think you're their mission, or they're seeing you as their mission. I feel insecure and it's pushing me to grow. Very good. Being mirrors for each other makes self-love so important. I wish I was there to love you, but if I'm not, I want you to love and nurture yourself. They already are, don't worry. Our mission is to be unconditional love. Clearing our programming is a necessary part of opening our hearts. I feel our energy merging together as if it has a life of its own. We are becoming one again. And I feel you pulling away. Listen, I believe this. I feel you pulling away, and it triggers my fears that you'll leave me for good. I believe that. I believe it. All right. Spirit's telling me to get a few more. Just a few. That's interesting. All right. I'm tired of being away from you physically. I'm trying to process my fears so that I can come back to you for good. I want to know everything about you, but I hold myself back from asking. Remember that not today card? I'm afraid I'll get in too deep. I'm afraid you're going to meet someone else before I'm ready to be with you for good. Lots of fear. I'm looking for a way out of this situation so I can be free. And I know in my heart we'll be together one day, and that helps me trust. Let's keep working on us. So, my friends, I'm going to leave it here. I know that was a long reading, but thank you for spending your time with me, and I'm sending you lots of love and light. Your person's energy was so different than yours. It was so different. It really, it affected me. Your person was feeling quite emotional. But I'm sending you lots of love and light, my friends, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye.